Hello, I'm sick. Let's talk about gluten. I hate gluten. Well, actually, it's more like a love-hate relationship, wherein the more I love gluten, the more it hates me.
Why does gluten hate you, Sanford?
Well, annoying random voice, it's because I have a gluten allergy, or a gluten intolerance, whatever.
What's a gluten intolerance?
Where are you? I don't understand where you're coming from. Anyway, I don't actually know what the definition of a gluten intolerance is, but I do know what the definition of celiac is, and I know that the side effects of them are literally exactly the same, or can be exactly the same. In fact, I was actually diagnosed with celiac before I was diagnosed with a gluten intolerance, and they did more testing, and it's like, oh hey, you don't have a disease, you just have an intolerance, or allergy, or something. Yeah. So, celiac is an autoimmune disease in which when you ingest gluten, the gluten protein, the little cilia, which is this stuff inside your intestines and stomach and stuff, are like, fuck you, and then do crazy shit to your body. Yes, that is the technical term. The effects of celiac and a gluten allergy are pretty much exactly the same as I've been saying, but the amount of effects it can have on you is a shitload. And in some occasions, a literal shitload. You will have a literal shitload. So it can give you bowel problems, it can give you diarrhea, which I think counts as bowel problems, it can make you really pale, it can give you horrible, horrible stomach aches, it can give you this weird little rash that we thought were like bed bugs, but it was just a rash and it was and it can also give you bad breath, and also it's why I'm so short. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I'm really short. I mean, I don't know how I can show you this. Besides the shortness, it's also why I used to have really, really pale skin, though it's still pretty pale now. It also gave me horrible, horrible pooping issues. As I said before, the literal shitload. That's about it for the effects, but I also would just briefly like to touch upon how horrible it is not to eat bread. Honestly, I adjusted really well because there's plenty of gluten-free stuff nowadays, but to people that had this, like, just 5 years ago, or even less, just like 3 years ago, it was so hard to find food that doesn't have gluten in it. I mean, actually, it's really not that hard, because you can just eat fruits and vegetables and rice. Rice is good. I've come to really love rice now. But now they also make gluten-free bread, which is... it doesn't taste that good. It really doesn't. There's some that taste good, but not all. Gluten-free ginger snaps, not that good either. Gluten-free chocolate chip cookies are pretty good though. My mom can make, so good. Also, flourless cake. Flourless chocolate cake it's beautiful. But I have had to give up bread, beautiful, crunchy, delicious baguettes with a little olive oil and basil. So good. But I'm living. Also, I might grow out of it, and I might be able to eat bread again. So that's nice. So, yeah, that's my little rant for today. Hope you enjoyed it. To the end screen. Goodbye.